Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your host, ID Jester. We got a big boy here this time to tear the shrink wrap off of. This is a game called Shackleton Base, A Journey to the Moon. This is a pretty deep Euro game with a lot of different pieces and parts and options and cool, interesting mechanisms. So we're going to check it out. We're going to tear the shrink wrap off and show you what you get in the box. Alright. So first things first, let's zoom the camera out a little bit. And turn the brightness down just a little bit. Alright. Let's get the shrink wrap off and take a look at what's inside the box. Alright. See what we got here on the back. To get things organized here. Alright, a permanent base is being built on the Shackleton crater on the south pole of the moon. Shackleton Base, A Journey to the Moon, is a worker placement game placed over 3 rounds, in which players lead one of the space agencies working together to expand their presence on the base, while 3 major corporations are sponsoring the mission, each one pursuing a different agenda. Build structures on the base, fund projects from these cooperations, and interact with them to score more victory points than your opponents do to win the game. Alright, so let's see what is in the game. Alright, we got pieces and pieces and more pieces and pieces and pieces. Green pieces. We got bags. We got more pieces. So it looks like there's, 3 colors: green, brown, purple, and pink. Blue, red, and yellow, I think, are like default. Got a bunch of cards, which we're not going to open right now. We have some player boards that look like they need things punched out of. Which looks like it makes it I think once you punch this out, it would make it a dual layer board, maybe. Let's see. Not sure if you're supposed to be doing this. I guess I should know before I do it, but I'm going to assume so that looks, well, I'm assuming like it looks like you would keep this open, right? All right. Well, there's 4 player boards. We have our Shackleton Base, A Journey to the Moon, introductory scenario rules. All right. The maintenance phase, action phase. Okay. We have the tourism tours. We have the Skywatch. We have the Selenium Research. We have the Evergreen Farms. We have the Space Robotics. We have the Moon Mining to Mars. We have a player board, which we'll look at in a little bit. And then we have a bunch of boxes then it looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of so 1, 2, 3, 4 by 2 and then 3. Okay. Can we remember that? Probably not. But we're going to try. Okay. All right, it looks like we got a bunch of punch boards. Some bigger pieces, some littler pieces. This is the Evergreen Farms. This is the Space Robotics. Okay. All right, looks like it's a lot of punching. A lot of stuff to punch out here. Looks like a lot of stuff to punch out. Which could take a while. I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me punch all this stuff out. I will say that this is super thick punch boards. Super thick pieces. Like, these are super thick. Which I think is good, in my opinion. I like the thicker, bigger pieces. I don't like the cheapo little pieces. So we just have to figure out how to play the game now. So hopefully we can do that sometime soon. So got a bunch of punch boards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that one is like super thick. Obviously everything's like two-sided. All right, yeah. Different locations. The mini map. Player board. It's not too bad size-wise. I'm gonna try to zoom out for a little bit. All right, so just to give you an idea, there's the size of the box. So it's a nice size one, but it's not super like full table. It's gonna take up a lot of space, but it's not gonna take up too much space. It is single-sided though, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, just have to figure out how to play it, and we'll try and get this one to the table. It looks like a good one. If you like this theme of things, and you enjoy Euro games with lots of little pieces and parts, you might like this one. The one thing that draws this, what was interesting that made me interested in this game was that there are like 7 different modules in the game, and you play with like 3 or 4 of them every time. So it's always a different game every single time based upon which modules you bring into the game. You don't play with everything. You pick and choose which modules to add in the game. And I thought that's a really cool idea. I've always liked things like that. So I wanted to try this game out and see what it's like. And it is 1 to 4 players, so that's good. So that's kind of the main draw for me. Is there's 7 different modules, and you play with only 3 or 4 of them every time. And so you're constantly rotating them in how they interact with each item, and how, all the different pieces and parts in the game is going to be different every time. So it's basically like having 87 different games as opposed to 1 different game, because you're always going to get a different game based upon the modules that you add into the game. Now, I don't know anything other than that. That's what I heard. I could be full of it, and it could not be as exciting as I'm thinking. But this game is seemed to be well received and well liked by the community. So I seem to think that maybe we'll give it a try and see how it goes. So thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, or suggestions, let me know in the comments section down below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.